Coach, how's it going?
Good.
Hey, just curious about kind of the openings, the way you open the season. Getting a lot of flying, going to China 10 days later, you're playing in Brooklyn. Just your thoughts on that schedule, and then you have the 2 games at home in between those.
Well, it's going to be a lot of travel, obviously. The good thing about the China trip is that we're there for 6 days before we actually have to play. So we have enough time to get acclimated to the time, to the different circumstances, the hotel, the whole deal. So, but you know, it's a business trip. You know, we're there first and foremost to win the game, and you know, we're really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great experience for our guys, culturally enriching experience for our guys and our staff. But like I said, it's a business trip. We have to go get the win, and then we come back home and we play right away. We land, I think, on the 11th, and we play on the 13th. And so we're going to have to, you know, get acclimated and get to work and get prepared for those games. And then 4 days later, we're headed to Brooklyn. So it's going to be a lot of travel, but you know, we'll be ready.
How much of a concern is that for you, the travel?
You know, a little bit of a concern, but you know, the guys have to play a 40-minute game. They should be ready to go.
And what else are you guys going to be doing in China while you're over there?
We're going to be Disney in Shanghai. It's one of the stops. We're going to be visiting Alibaba campus while we're there. They have a couple things for a couple stops for us while we're there.
What are some ways that Cal fans can expect the team to look different this year?
We're going to be a lot smaller this year, a lot more guard-oriented this year. Having Paris Austin at the point this year is going to, I think that automatically makes us better. You know, he's been playing that position his whole life. He's a natural leader. He's from Oakland, so he has a lot of pride in wearing that Cal jersey. And, you know, I'm just really looking forward to him quarterbacking our team this year. Along with that, you can expect us to shoot the ball a lot better than we did last year. I feel like we've upgraded our talent 1 through 10. And we won't have Marcus and King, big bodies. But, you know, I feel good about us being able to stretch the defense with guys that can really shoot the ball. Our big guys, Connor Vanover, Andre Kelly, Grant Anticevic, they all shoot the ball. And so it's a different look than what we saw last year.
Coach, you continue to have Justice play the 4, play a little bit of small ball out there?
100%. You know, Justice will play some 4. He'll play some his natural position at 3 as well. From an offensive standpoint, you know, he gives us a clear-cut advantage at the 4. He stretches the defense. He opens up the floor. And, you know, he goes down there. He battles. He rebounds. You know, but then he'll also play some minutes at the 3 as well. So definitely we'll use him at the 3 and the 4.
And you mentioned Paris is kind of like your quarterback out there. Are you comfortable with other guys handling the ball like Justice, like Darius?
100%. Juwan Harris-Dyson, Darius was our point guard last year. He's still out there. You know, he moves to his natural position at the 2 where he can really focus on shooting the ball and scoring. But if we need him to back up at the point, he can do that. He's done that. He's got a year of that under his belt. And just even our big guys handle the ball. You know, so I'm looking forward to the versatility that we'll be able to have out there on the floor.
You have 4 quality freshmen coming in, and you're also integrating. I guess Paris has been there for a year, but talk about how the new pieces are fit and how everyone's kind of meshing, integrating early on with the first few practices.
I think the thing that I'm most happy about is the cohesiveness amongst our team. How close these guys are, how much time they spend together on and off the court, how much they trust each other. In practice, I'm always, you know, applauding them for sharing the ball. You know, it's not a lot of one-on-one. It's a lot of making the extra pass, getting open looks. More versatile group overall. So I'm excited about them being close. I'm excited about them caring about each other. I'm excited about them being able to play team basketball from the on the offensive end as well as the defensive end.
Can you give us
each other.
Can you give us a little snapshot of which each of the new guys are bringing to the program this year?
The four freshmen, Matt Bradley's big, strong, rugged, doesn't even look like a basketball player. He's just a big, strong, doesn't look like a freshman. Strong body, he's physical, but he's very skilled. He shoots the ball from three at a high rate, as well as pull-ups in the lane. That's probably his go-to, is his pull-up, one dribble pull-up in the lane. So he brings scoring to the mix. Jacoby Gordon is very versatile. I can play him at the four. He rebounds the ball very well. He has a high basketball IQ, probably the highest of all the freshmen at this point, especially on the defensive end. He knows where he's supposed to be. But he shoots the ball. He can get to the rim. Really good offensive rebounder. He has good size. Andre Kelly's our biggest body. 6'8", 6'9", 260. He's physical. He's strong. He has a scorer's mentality for big. He knows how to score. He feels very comfortable facing scoring as well as back to the basket scoring. And then Connor Vanover is just kind of, I've never really coached a kid like this. He's a 7'3" kid that really, really shoots the ball. He has great range, great touch around the rim. He feels more comfortable facing up than he does with his back to the basket. I think as he continues to gain weight and add strength, he'll feel more comfortable with his back to the basket. But he's a 7'3" kid that really, really shoots the ball. So I'm excited to see what these guys all bring this season.
Have you managed to get Connor to gain any weight?
We have. I think when he got to campus, he was 208, 209, and he's up to 221 at this point. So he's gained 10 pounds. And it's something that we stress, and he knows that it's something that's important. And more than anything, it's important on the defensive end, more so than it is on the offensive end.
Coach, I'm curious how influential Paris has been. I mean, this is a guy that had to sit out last year. It's a long season, you have to sit out and stay on the bench, but it seems like just time and time again, he was always one on his feet, cheering on his teammates. How influential can that be for your team?
Well, this is, for him, this is a dream come true situation for him. To be wearing that uniform after being at Boise for 2 years and having to sit last year and continue to be a positive influence on his teammates, and now finally get a chance to get out there and show what he's made of. I'm excited for that. He's very excited for that. His teammates are excited for that. So he's our natural leader. He's very vocal, whether it's good or bad, towards his teammates. He's not afraid to call guys out, and that's what you want from a point guard. And we'll see what happens, but I'm excited to have him out there.
With a couple of exceptions, you have a really young team to work with, a lot of freshmen and a lot of sophomores. So how do you expect those younger guys to step up and become leaders and help you win games down the stretch?
Well, the sophomores have had a year of playing Pac-12 basketball. They've had a season underneath their belt. So, it's just a situation where, we're still young. We don't have any seniors. In year 3, I had my whole team back, including my recruiting class for 2019. And so, but the sophomores, they're the older guys. So they've been through the fire. So they have to help, bring the freshmen along and encourage those guys, teach those guys, because they've been through it. So although we're young, we still got to have leaders. And so I'm calling upon Justice Suing to be that guy. He's demonstrated that he can lead and be more vocal than he was last year. He's our returning leading scorer, 15 points a game in Pac-12 play. He's very talented. And so he's been doing a better job leading. Paris is a natural leader, so he's been doing a great job as well. So,
Coach, what aspect of basketball do you like to control the most? Is it turnover margin? Is it the pace of the game? What is it for you, at least?
For me, it's trying to make sure that we get the hot hand in the ball. Just running plays. Once you get into the middle of the first half, you kind of have a sense of who's feeling it that particular night. And, we have much better scores, 1 through 10 this year. And so just trying to make sure that we feed the hot hand. And that's Paris's job. That's a good point guard recognizes that and does a great job of that. And so as a coach, you want to run the plays to get that guy touches and feed off of that. But also having a point guard out there that can recognize that is also very helpful.